Welcome back, guys, out here to the ridge. We have been doing a lot of work out here. Probably haven't seen a lot of videos out of me lately, a couple shorts. However, there is a reason this place is finally starting to get tamed. Now, if you look around, it's not quite all the way there yet, but you can actually see what looks like a yard or cleared off property at the very least, right? So we've been making some more beds, we're cleaning up more and more brush. But as we've finally gotten to the point that we've been able to mow all this down and get all those weeds and everything, cut down, the overwhelming thing here is, you guessed it, trees. There are branches and trees absolutely everywhere. And it's going to take a very long time to clean this up. But for right now, we got what we got. We're working with it. You can kind of see in the distance here, got the garden all plowed up and tilled up. Going to get a fence around it here probably next week, and maybe about then might be safe to put some stuff in the ground. Yeah, but another thing I noticed too while clearing all this property is just the overwhelming amount of just random junk. Like this right here. I don't even know what this is. It's like a plastic tarp or something. To come back and finish digging this out, but there was just random crap everywhere. Found pieces of metal, found a lawnmower blade. Luckily, I found it before I hit it with my lawnmower because it would have wrecked my actual lawnmower doing that. But yeah, let's take a walk around down here. I'm going to show you some of the interesting projects we've been working on and give you a little sneak peek and a little preview of what's coming on later on in the summer. So let's go ahead and walk down here. Okay. All right, so this is what I was talking about. I have no idea what this is, what it went to. If you guys know, let me know in the comment down below. But that's the kind of stuff I keep finding as I'm uncovering all this deep grass. These big stones here are going to stay there because I'm not about to try to pick them up, and I don't have a tractor as of yet to do anything with. But again, it's like some metal grate down there. Who knows what that went to? Some more metal pieces here. So I'm not sure what the story was about who was here before and prior, or what they did or did not do, but there is just plastic and junk and just broken things everywhere I found. But we are looking much better. If you look back at the house from this angle, you can see, guys, if you saw the very first episode and the early episodes, and this is all just way overgrown and just sad looking. It's now turning green for springtime. We got the grass growing. We got it relatively cleared off, and we're starting slowly but surely getting some stuff put into the ground. So if you have an idea what you'd like to see on this channel, or some projects you might be interested, leave me a comment down below. This is a blank slate. I do have ideas what I'm going to do. I'll show you later, but there's an area I'm going to put in a blueberry patch and some raspberries. Of course, that takes fencing because the deer will destroy everything out here. However, like I said, we've got the first steps underway. We've got it cleared off, which was very difficult to get through those first few mowings when the grass is like this tall and it's super thick and wet and juicy, and the mower kept bogging down. The weed eater, it was just a nightmare, guys. But I know there are channels that people dedicate to just watching people mow grass and things like that, which, I guess has some value to it. But I didn't want to do that to you guys. That would be exceptionally boring. But take my word for it, we have spent probably 20 hours clearing the grass to get it to where it is right now. So that is, luckily, as long as we stay on top of it, the worst should be behind us. All right, so back over here to the little pond feature. It has been raining, but it's kind of soaked it in, but it is holding. But I did notice that this section here, we dug it out just as a test to see kind of what it would look like. So most of this is just basically mud and saturated mud right here. But right here, it's about 2 foot down. It is actually all kind of pulled up into this little area. So hopefully, if this drains everything down to here, my idea at least, then it gets dry enough on this side, we can start chipping away and digging down other spots to eventually kind of connect the pools together to make it actually a water feature. And it is holding the water, by the way. We did this about 2 or 3 hours ago. It's actually gotten more. It's actually risen, is what I'm trying to say, as more water is seeping into this little test spot right here. So it's definitely holding the water. But yeah, that is exciting. My idea with this water feature here, obviously for nature, for wildlife, things like that. However, the garden being over here, right behind you, is another garden where I'm planting some sunchokes. Farther on behind that's where the berries are going to go. If this gets dug deep enough and this actually holds enough water, this will be hopefully a little last resort type of watering. You know, if we need water, I can get a bucket down here, hit some of the plants up. But luckily this year it has been raining absolutely nonstop. So as of right now, fingers crossed that we don't need to really rely on a lot of irrigation this year, as opposed to last year, which was the worst drought in 35 years or something. It was ridiculous. Temps like 95 every single day, which is not normal for here. I know it gets hot other places. I understand that. However, for us, it was a horrible year. The grass was all brown, dead. Keeping gardens alive would basically meant watering on an absolute daily basis just to keep things barely surviving. So fingers crossed out here on the ridge. We don't have the infrastructure built yet to have a permanent irrigation system. So hopefully relying on rainwater this year, you know, we're going to keep the gardens mulched up, a lot of grass clippings, things like that. Show you guys how to, you know, retain as much moisture as you possibly can in your soil to rely on irrigation as little as you possibly have to. So let's go ahead and check out some other stuff on the other side here, talk about future plans with that area. This, as you can tell, more junk, dead trees, a lot of stuff needs to get burned off, whatever, and that will eventually get around to that. But like I said, more building supplies and plastic, and who knows what this was even used for. But this area right here, guys, I'm not exactly sure the exact spot that it's going to be in, but my buddy is a master bee keeper, and he's going to teach me the ropes. So this is probably going to be a couple beehives. It's just going to be a long, long summer, but you know, tons of bonfires, you know, fire pits. Come on out, guys. It's probably going to be burning every single day for as long as I can imagine until all this stuff is cleared off. But you know what? It's free. It's already on the ground. I don't have to chop it up. So there's silver lining to that. So giving you just a quick update here at the farm, at the ridge, property, whatever you want to call it. But it's coming around, guys. It's starting to look better. Kind of looks a little more maintained, a little bit well kept. So yeah, until next time, you guys keep working, and I'll see you out here. Bye bye.